Pete Marr here for B-Sides at Austin City Limits 2022. So stoked to have one of the performers join us, Big Wild.
Happy to be here.
How are you, sir?
I'm great. It's a beautiful day.
Yeah.
Playing later today. I'm excited.
I am so excited to see you again. It's been years.
Yeah.
And you've moved around so much. You used to live in Santa Cruz in the Bay Area where we're based in Palo Alto, and now you're in Portland. How's that living?
It's great. I really love living up there. It's kind of relaxing. Yeah.
And here we are in Austin, not your first time here. And you've played ACL, you've played a ton of shows here and things like that. I'm so curious from a performance point of view, do you get to see Austin in its true glory and tell me the secret pockets of where I should be going?
I wish I knew them, but I think I'm in the same boat as you. I have we played this venue the other night though called Stubbs, which was really cool.
Yeah.
And I played South by here, played the festival here in 2017, I believe. So I feel like I have a few little cred in Austin, you know.
So you don't take a dip at Barton Springs?
Oh, I have done that. That is incredible.
Okay.
I can't recommend that enough. On a hot day, it's like the elixir.
Yeah. I'm surprised you're wearing this denim shirt over.
I know. I don't know why.
The fit here.
Yeah, and black jeans. Really not smart.
It's an aesthetic.
Yeah, I guess.
It's been some time since you put out new music as well. The debut came out in 2019. I'm sure there were a lot of thoughts that were going through your mind. Efferusphere, your follow-up album. Mm-hmm. I hope I'm pronouncing that properly.
It's the Efferusphere, so you were pretty much there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
It's tricky.
Yeah. And it's a very introspective piece of work. Congratulations on this release.
Thank you.
Again, I'm sure a lot of this came to fruition from the experience of the pandemic and probably some personal relationships that you're working on and things. Mm-hmm. So where did it all start?
I first started working on it about 3 years ago. And then, like you said, the bulk of it was made during the pandemic. And I just feel like that was a very self-reflective period of time for me due to isolation, you know, and not really having that many new experiences. It was like a very slow down moment. So a lot of the songs are really just kind of working through things, very self-reflective, and also really just focusing more on my voice, my lyrics, which was in Super Dream, but it was much more of a focus on this album.
I find it fascinating how electronic artists that first get into the scene, DJ, produce, and create these sonically pieces of work that are just such earworms. But you've been able to just seamlessly transition into almost a whole new artist. Let's be honest, where you are literally standing out with your vocals. Yeah. How did they start? Was it you just humming, mumbling along to the sounds that you were creating?
I think it was one of the biggest changes I did was I was just wanted to write music that could be on the guitar and I could sing it, something that didn't need production. It could be really simple. And so I focused on just okay, guitar, vocals, if I have that, then I'll dive into production. Because I want to be able to play it on the biggest stage, and if I was doing, what do you call it, where you're doing playing at a small venue like a cafe or something, and you just go on stage and play. Yeah. I'm totally blanking on the word.
Open mic nights?
Open mic, that's it, yeah. I could play it in an open mic or a stage like today, and that just led to some totally different things. And as far as what you're kind of talking about with the evolution of everything, I think it's just a matter of being curious and wanting to try new things,
Where did you find the confidence to find your voice as a singer, though? Because, you and I are Husky alums at Northeastern University, and I did not hear anything about singing in the past. So
there was nothing, yeah.
Where did you find the confidence to say, I'm going to try singing? Because if I would try to sing, I would laugh and try to emulate people and those kind of things.
It was, I'm not gonna sit here and say it was easy. I was just oh yeah, I'm gonna sing. Okay, now this is me. It still is very much a process. I don't often still look at myself as somebody who sings, but I'm this new show. I'm singing for almost 90 minutes, and it's like, okay, you're actually doing this.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
start thinking of yourself that way.
Did you go through training? Did you, like?
So I work with.
Tell me the process of singing your very first song and how awful it was, and when you found that point of, okay, this sounds good.
I think it very first started. So when I wanted to start singing before, basically while I was making Super Dream, I was like, I don't know where to start, but I do know I'm usually somebody who teaches myself a lot of stuff, and I just like doing it that way. But this was so out of my like knowledge. I was like, I need to work with somebody, and so my partner suggested I work with her old choir teacher, who is in Palo Alto, actually. His name's Michael Nahar, and he is an excellent teacher. And so I would literally bike to the high school there, because that was at the time, the year when I was living there. So I'd bike to the high school, get a lesson once a week, and go home, and just like always practice everything he was teaching me. And just like I was very diligent about it, because I knew I needed to like have a good foundation. I was like, I'm starting pretty late in life, so it's like I got a lot of catching up to do. And I was just like, focus on the mechanics, like get that down, and then you can start to feel it, and it'll be much more natural. And so him and my partner were so helpful in just like getting me going and like giving me that kind of like confidence to just like any kind of encouragement is so helpful at that point in time. And then you take that and you actually apply it, and you keep working through stuff. And I still take lessons with them. I try and do it once a week. And it just really helps kind of keep my voice grounded. And then it's just after that, it's an exploration of like, now I listen to music totally differently. I listen to like, how's this singer singing this word? How do they have this confidence? What do they do here? And like, I just kind of try and apply that stuff to my own music, and it just gives you so many ideas.
Is there a particular song on the album that really showcases that confidence?
Probably the hardest one for me to sing, so it takes kind of confidence in that regard, is Feel Good. It's like when I sing it live, I'm like, oh my God, this so dynamic. There's like this high falsetto thing, and then there's like this loud bell, and then there's this really low part, and I'm like, I don't know what I was thinking when I wrote this. This is hard to play. But yeah, like I am feeling much more comfortable in my voice on stage, and it's also kind of accepting that you can't be perfect every time, and there's going to be mistakes. And the fourth show in a row, my voice starts to get a little tired. Maybe I'll crack on a few notes and stuff like that. And like having those experiences just helps you let go a little bit, which gives you the confidence of like, it's not going to be the end of the world if you mess up. Like,
right.
Just keep going, and that's all you can do.
Yeah, you're on tour right now, and you're doing something really interesting and really awesome in that you're being very conscious of the environmental aspect and the impact of your tour, and all the different things.
We're trying our best. It's
all
hard.
The different things.
Yeah. There's like a couple things we're doing. This one sounds like pretty small, but it actually adds up when you have like a crew of 10 people, and that's like we're cutting out plastic water bottles and stuff. You wouldn't believe how much water for 10 people every day. It's like it adds up. So we cut that out. Our merch is like either use organic cotton, recycled polyester, dead stock fabric, which is using fabric that basically was going to get thrown out and it's repurposed into something new, or cotton that's grown in the U.S. that's really high quality called Pima cotton, which is like the nicest cotton arguably in the world. And so we really want to make super high quality items that people can wear for years that is made with really good materials. And we spent a lot of time on that. And then at the end of the tour, I have like a handful of organizations that I'm looking to donate some of the money, some of the profit I make off the tour towards, and that are based in Oregon, where I live now. So it's just like, touring itself it's a lot, and it can be quite wasteful. So it's like wherever we can mitigate that and make a change, that's what we're trying to do,
So basically you're bike riding to every city.
Yeah, I'm just getting really fit.
I was going to say, you look really fit right now. No, it's awesome that you're doing that, because I think that's been at the forefront, and there have been a lot of jokes online about different other artists that we won't talk about that are just flying all over the place, and the carbon footprint and so forth. And in some regards, it's unavoidable, right?
Yeah.
But there are things in which you can mitigate,
And I think, I honestly do think a lot of artists actually really care about it, but the nature of touring and how a lot of us make our livelihood, it's just kind of wasteful, And so a lot of people are trying to do the best, and there will always be somebody calling you out, and maybe that's a good thing,
Yeah.
Maybe it'll keep everybody in check and us trying to improve.
Well, congratulations on everything.
Yeah,
I look forward to seeing the same exact outfit during every show tour.
Oh, we got something special planned for today, don't worry.
Awesome. But no, congrats on everything, and
Thank you.
so good to see you again, and appreciate the time.
Likewise.